Welcome to 734 Games, and today we're here to talk about Destiny 2. Now, I've thoroughly enjoyed Destiny 2. I did an impressions video that was the PC version, and I went over when I got a free copy for the PlayStation 4. I picked that one up. I downloaded that one right away. I ended up getting the PlayStation 4 version and getting the rest of the DLC packs for the PlayStation 4. Why? Well, let's just start off with the cons. One of the cons with Destiny 2 happens to be the server side, and that is on the PC. On the PC version, there's still some server side issues. I got knocked out of a game and kind of rage quit the PC version, and when I got the PlayStation 4 version for free, I went ahead and downloaded all the packs for it. I really enjoyed it. I started playing it first, and then I got into it. I didn't have any server issues. PSN was pretty solid. So, yeah, this was an enjoyable game and an enjoyable experience. I'm really enjoying Destiny 2, but there are some cons, like on the PC, there's server side. Some of the other cons happen to be there is no ability to play as some. I would love to be able to play as some other alien races. Maybe they could make the Fallen somehow. Some dead Fallen become Guardians or something where you have Fallen Guardians. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe even some Red Legion style Guardians. That would be cool if they did. If you could play as more alien races. Other than that, also it'd be great if you could fly around and have space battles in your ship. In-ship battles would be awesome for Destiny. Now that's something they probably can't put in this version of Destiny. Maybe Destiny 3 I could see them doing that. It looks like Destiny 3 will be on the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Scarlet. So hopefully they can put that into those games. That would be an awesome feature to put in. Another thing is in Destiny you spend way too much time. Destiny 1 and 2, especially Destiny 2, you spend way too much time reloading your weapon. It's as if, I mean, it's the 25th century, and some of your weapons act as if you're in the 20th century. And some of them are almost like World War One style. You got a one-shot grenade launcher that you have to reload every shot. I mean, it gets ridiculous. So Bungie, it's supposed to be like the 25th century or maybe the 30th century. I don't even know. But you could have it should be a lot easier to reload your weapons. You shouldn't have to reload your weapons as often as you do in Destiny 2. That's ridiculous. Also, mechs would be really cool in Destiny. Wall running would be awesome. Like I said, in-ship space battles would be really cool. And far too many of the weapons in Destiny seem like future, sort of pseudo-futuristic versions of the weapons that we have today. And that's kind of silly. Of course, they don't have a lot of features of weapons that we have today. So, I mean, certain things that I'd love to see in Destiny would be fire and forget weapons, basically like your Javelin rocket launcher, where you can point the weapon, lock on, shoot, and turn and shit and deal with some other enemies. That would be really cool. The ability to change your loadout when you died, that would be something they need to put in there. There's also no EMP weapons. EMP weapons would be great when you're facing the Vex. You shoot out a EMP bomb and it fries the weapons. There's no gravity-based weapons. There's your ghost. You can't weaponize your ghost. There's no drones your ghost can inhabit and help help you fight off some bad guys. That would be really cool if you and your ghost could do that. And like I said, there's just far too much reloading of the weapons that they do have. So that would be really cool if they would add some of those features. Gravity weapons, fire and forget, EMP. Those would be some cool weapons to add to Destiny, and I would love to see that. Now, the main con is, well, not the main con here. We'll start, I'll leave that for last. But they need a dedicated service for PC, none of this peer-to-peer crap. And I'd say the biggest con, though, happens to be the pricing model of Destiny. Now, I know, Bungie, you guys work over at Activision. It's probably ran by some old guy who's probably in his late 50s or 60s and doesn't understand that if you give away the campaign for free and charge people for vehicles or different outfits or some different guns, that you will get more money doing it that way, or even charge a monthly fee. Like EA even started charging a monthly fee, and I think that's going to go really well for EA. And that's something that I could see on Destiny, because I have a lot of friends who jumped on Destiny right when it came out, and for some odd reason not for some odd reason, because of the expansion and the cost of the expansions, they stopped playing Destiny. I mean, this year they put out they put out their new expansion, Destiny the Forsaken, a game that seems like a much more RPG styled expansion. Basically, you got a lot more fetch quests, but don't worry, the fetch quests are do involve a lot of blowing stuff up and shooting bad guys. So it's a lot of fun. I mean, the game is a lot of fun. I enjoyed every bit of it. I did my other segments before I finished everything, but I had to finish the Forsaken before I could really finish this review for you guys. And like I said, another problem I had with this game. I mean, I know it's supposed to be done with the cons, but basically they should have a cloak, the kind of cloak, not the kind of cloak where they have basically where if you're dodging and you pick a certain leveling tree, you disappear sort of, but and they're still shooting at you and they know where you're at. See, if you're cloaking and when you're dodging, they know where you're at, so it's kind of useless. So basically, it'd be cool if they had a cloak where you could basically walk into a room, and to at least get one good hit off before all hell broke loose. That would be nice. And that's one thing that they could fix there. I mean, it's a fun game, but there's some weapons that they could add. There's some other things they could do, and I really enjoyed Destiny. But I said the biggest con is obviously the price model. Now, with all that being said, let's answer the question: is Destiny 2: The Forsaken worth the money? Well, if you're somebody who you only bought Destiny 2 when it came out and you didn't, shovel out your money for the other expansion packs, because if I would have spent 59.99 on Warmind, I would have been pretty unhappy too. I like some of my friends, but I didn't. I got the game in a humble bundle on PC, and I got it for free on PS4, and then I went out and bought the expansions. And if you're somebody who's in that situation, is it worth 59.99 to get all the expansions since the first game? Yes. I would say that yes, it's worth 59.99 to pick up the Forsaken. I mean, not only that, after you finish the main story, there are other things for you to do. There's a lot of quests in this game, and there's always the things to do shoot at. And then they even had a Halloween sort of, I wouldn't call it an expansion, but a quest line, a Halloween quest line I thought was pretty cool. So yeah, I enjoyed Destiny 2 The Forsaken, and I enjoyed Destiny 2, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, okay, you could probably say that the Halloween quest line was almost long enough to be an expansion, but yeah, I enjoyed Destiny. Besides, I mean, despite all its shortcomings and lack of certain weapons and features that it doesn't have yet, and a pricing model. Although Bungie, if you're listening to this, if you see this, I hope you fix the pricing model with Destiny 3. This is a good game and a good series, and it deserves to be treated right, and it deserves to have the right pricing model. As a matter of fact, Activision, I think what you need to do, Activision, is have a Games Pass like EA, where you can just get the newest versions of all these games, if you pay a monthly fee for that month. And if you want to buy them, keep the game out, keep the options open, keep the option to buy, and that's fine. But that's pretty much it for this episode of 734 Games. Oh yeah, last but not least, what is my rating? Well, for Destiny 2, The Forsaken, with all its expansions, for 59.99, I'm going to give this game an 8.5. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun, and that's the PS4 version. Now, as for the PC version, I'm going to give it a 6. Now, Xbox, I didn't play it on Xbox. I do not know what this game is like on the Xbox, so I didn't get on the Xbox One with this game. But that's pretty much it for this episode, and I hope if you are somebody who hasn't, you're not, pissed off because you spent a bunch of money on all the previous expansions, and you're looking at this game, I would say this is the time to buy. Waiting 3 or 4 years to pick up Destiny is actually a good thing. Now, I hope that Bungie and Activision get together and offer a Games Pass or something to change that. That would really help the game. I hope my non-biased review has inspired you to tip me on BitChute or go to one of my links on WordPress and check out the rest of my videos. I mean, I do a lot of reviews. I review a lot of games, and I'm not paid by. I don't get free keys or anything. I'm not paid by any of the developers, so I have no reason to lie. I just do this because I enjoy playing games and enjoy talking about games. And that's it for 734 Games. 734 Games, where gaming is alive.